What is up? Just got back from Lake Powell and put this awesome video together for you. I'm going to walk through 3 techniques and baits that worked so good for us. We caught 197 bass on this trip in 2 days. 100 bass a day. The 3 things we're going to go through: the Niko Rig, the float and fly, and the jerkbait. Check out the video, see all this stuff in action, and then make sure to go to the blog post about this trip so you can get even more details on how we found these fish and what we did to crack so many of them. Awesome times, get stoked. First up, the Niko Rig. Check it out in action. Bomb it out, let it fall to the bottom, and then shake the line on a tight line but with bait on the bottom, and they eat it. Oh yeah. Oh, there's one. Niko out on the point. Wow. This is fun. Ooh, good one. Oh. Yeah. Woohoo! I haven't been clicking. Out at Lake Powell, doing some Niko rigging. Got a little size 1/0 drop shot hook, little nail weight, and this is the Daiwa Niko worm. Thing is money. Yamamoto makes it. It's 5.5 inches. Put a little O-ring right here. Get stoked to crack some bass. Let's put it to work. Alright, the key is you want your hook up. So on this little Niko worm, go right in that O-ring and turn your hook up like that. That baby's ready to rock. The nail weight in the head of the bait. Just out on these gravelly flats. Oh look, my dad's got one. Woo! Getting them. This is how many bass we've caught so far. 71. It's good. Now 72. Here's another demonstration of the Niko Rig in action. Bomb it out, let it fall to the bottom. It's pretty shallow right here. And then just shake it on a semi-taut line so that bait just crawls along the bottom and just pulsates. And that's what gets those bass to bite. Check out this nice largemouth I catch on it. Bam! Oh, there he is. Yeah, Niko worm. That's fun. Got a largemouth on the Niko. Boom! Oh yeah, look at this guy, dude.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh, don't lift it. Oh, boy.
Oh, I got a little hook right in the top of his mouth. Oh yeah. Ooh. Yeah. Woo! In case you had any doubts, that Niko Rig. Bam. Alright, there he goes. That's why you throw a Niko Rig. Beautiful fish. Moving on to the float and fly. Check it out. So you got that little yellow string, which is the bobber stopper, a little bead underneath that bobber stopper. And you have your float, the slip float, and then I've got a gray ghost fat fly. It's a 1/16 ounce fat fly. And this little gray ghost with this little setup works ideal. The cool thing about that string stopper is you can cast through it on a spinning rod. So you can reel that thing right up into your spinning reel and cast that bobber and that fat fly almost like it's one bait. And then that float will slide up to where that string is, and that bead will pin that float right up to the top. You just trim those strings and get stoked to crack bass. The last step on the float and fly is you just slide that string stopper up to the depth that you want your float and fly to sit. If you want it to sit at 7 feet, you know, I have a 7-foot rod, so I went 7 feet and put that little string stopper up to there, and I trimmed off the edge of the string so I could reel it up into my spinning reel and cast it. It worked beautifully. There it is. Get stoked to watch me crack some bass on the float and fly. Just let it set and it'll do its thing. Float and fly is the perfect rig to pound some peachios while you're fishing. You just let it sit there, and then when the bobber goes down, reel that sucker in.
Got one.
Float and fly. Yeah.
My bobber just went right under. There we go. Float and fly.
This was a real cool one on the float and fly. I wish you could see my bobber better, but my dad snagged up and I just cast out in front of those rocks and I let it sit there probably for about 5 minutes, and then it goes under, and it was one of the biggest largemouth bass of the trip. So cool. Make sure to try the float and fly.
Got one. Float and fly. Nice. Oh, this is another nice one. Oh my gosh. This feels really heavy. Oh my gosh, a big largemouth. On that float and fly, I let it just sit right there. Never even moved it. Got it. Oh, this is a really nice fish. Oh man. Yeah, that's a real nice one. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, look at this fish. Oh, wow. On a little float and fly. Oh, he's hooked. Really good. Oh, float and fly.
That's a good one.
Oh man, that is sweet.
Fat fish.
Jeez. Who would have thought on a little teeny float and fly?
Look at that.
Big. I bet this thing's 3 pounds easy. Wow. That was cool. Oh, that was freaking cool. I'm just shaking right now. Yeah. Float and fly. Get the jerkbait out. Yeah. You swim baiting? Oh, oh. Got him. Yeah. Up on that point. Ooh, feels pretty good too. Woo! Yeah. Whoa.
Another solid bait for us was the jerkbait. Check out a few that I ripped on this bait. I've done a video on jerkbait fishing before and used this exact same video. You can check it out on my YouTube channel. But enjoy the stoke of some of these jerkbait bass.
Oh, there he is. Right on that point. It finally tore. Woo! Think this jerkbait's been eaten a little bit?
Knocking the paint off of it, aren't we?
That's the Mega Bass Vision 110 for you.
Such good times. Thanks for watching the video. Appreciate your support. Go to the blog, check out all the details of the gear that we used on this trip. Also, make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. You know, hit the like button, send me a comment, and check out the blog post and get out, get cracking bass. I know these things work on a lot of other lakes too. You know, don't just limit yourself to Lake Powell, but as you can see, Lake Powell was marvelous with these three things. Stay stoked. Late.